Casa. How's everybody doing? What's good, everybody? 2 weeks from last week, obviously. Hump day. New subscribers. We've got, let's see here, Alfonso Avila and Dark Master Gaming. Thank you for your subscriptions. I believe that Support the Casa. Hump day. I just move that back a little bit. Support the Casa. Along with Noah, we are at 1,258 subscribers. We're doing it. Thank y'all. Y'all are awesome. And yes, we are going to be giving this card away for the 16 new subscribers. Thank you all. And you guys are the ones that get entered in to win this. So 2 weeks from now, I will do a wheel and we'll find out who wins that. So congratulations to you guys. And keep staying positive out there. So, obviously, winter's on its way. But you know what was great was the summer. So what's in here is a little bit of a plus. Yeah, plus. Double plus. One of my new decks. I decked out the deck box. Gotta love that. I think I did a pretty good job. There's that. So when I pop this off, the feet and the stuff stay there, but it looks like the body's up top. And then I got that magic right there. And then the fox. So this is I was kind of excited about the Ms.BumbleFlower deck. And I do have it up on Moxfield. Trying to think while I'm doing this. Moxfield is actually a good site to keep all your EDH decks on. If you haven't checked it out, go check it out. I do use it. Been using it for a couple years. I know I don't take full advantage of the abilities on that site. Wish I did know how to use it all. But I'm sure there's a YouTube video that I could watch, you know. So yes, check it out. Yeah, I'm an artiste. So yeah, if you look at it, I don't think that one. No, it's just this one. It's actually this top. Let's see if it connects there. And then we got this one. I kind of screwed this one up, but there's the top and the bottom. And when it comes together, the feet are there. Yeah, it's my artistic abilities. Well, I try. All right. So first off, we're going to start with the commander. Actually, yeah, we're going to start with the commander. Which is, pardon me. Wait a minute. Again. What's up about that green, baby? Alright, keep staying positive. Hit the subscribe. Alright, Ms.BumbleFlower. 1, a green, a white, and a blue. She is a legendary creature. Rabbit Citizen. She has Vigilance, which is great. Whenever you cast a spell, target opponent draws a card. So you're kind of, giving things out. But put a 1/1 counter on target creature. It gains flying until end of turn. If this is the second time this ability has resolved this turn, draw 2 cards. Yippee-ki-yay. So you donate some stuff to other people, a bit of card fodder, and speaking to your other cohorts at the table. Hey, if I give you a card, I'm gonna get +1/+1. So start digging, bud. All right, so it is a 1/5, so she's got a big butt on her, and it definitely helps keep her on the table longer. And yes, I got to play this deck this past weekend with Super Fast Tortoise, MTG Hillbilly, and I'm drawing a blank and I feel like a tool. Absolute Dog. my guy. He's been a sub of mine for a long time, and I was out in left field trying to remember his name, and I'm sorry. But I have actually shouted out 1,258 names, and I've subscribed to those people. If you think about that, that's amazing. Every sub that has subscribed to me, I've subbed to them. Isn't that amazing? I think it is, because I think I'm the only person that's ever done that on YouTube. There might be others, but I've never heard of them. Alright, so we're going to start off with tokens first. So we got the Elemental, and they are 4/4 Elementals. We got the Bird, 2/2 Bird. We got a fish. It's a 1/1 fish. There's another fish, and another fish. We got a food token. There we go. Cat, elephant. We've got a steel burr champion. And then we got a rabbit and a rabbit. And then on the other side, octopus. Poison counter, because you can't go wrong with poison. A squid. Another squid. A treasure token. Oh, that means it's a real token. Holy crap. They're fish tokens, but they're real. A bird. Another rabbit. A shark. And a little cat. Those are the tokens that I use in this deck. I might add a couple others, but for right now, I can use that. So, first card up is gonna be Tamio, Field Researcher. I don't believe I've used this card yet, but she's a green and a white and a blue. Choose up to 2 target creatures until next turn. Whenever either of those creatures deal combat damage, you draw a card. Hey, at least you're getting card draw, you know? And then, -2, tap up to 2 target non-land permanent. They don't untap during their controller's next untap step. That's kind of cool. And then -7, if you get that far, draw 3 cards. You get an emblem with you may cast spells from your hand without paying their mana cost. So it's an omniscience, as long as it stayed on the field long enough. That's pretty sweet. I'm going to keep them separate. I'm going to leave that there, that there, because I'm going to put the other cards over here. We got the lovely birds. Both bird, green, bird. Tap for mana of any color, 0/1. It's an awesome flying machine. So, this card I did add after playing, but I feel that it will do a good job. 2 and a white, Envoy of Ancestors. It's got Outlast and a white. Tap it. Put a 1/1 counter on this creature. Outlast only as a sorcery. Modified creatures you control have lifelink. Because when I was playing this deck, I wasn't gaining enough life. Yes, I had a couple cards out that were gaining me life, but not enough. So, I'm like, the heck with it. We're going to add a little bit more lifelink in there. So, what am I going to... I know what I'm going to do. That's not what I want to do. Let's see here. You know what? That's what we'll do. I'll do this. Alright. More and more leader. 2 and a white. Rabbit Knight creature. Offspring. And 2 means you tap 2. You may pay an additional 2 as you cast this spell. If you do, when this creature enters the battle, create a 1/1 token copy of it. Oh, baby. This is pretty sweet. Whenever you attack, choose 1. Create a 1/1 white rabbit creature token that's tapped in attacking. Or attacking creatures you control get +1/+1 until end of turn. So you're just pumping those awesome other creatures up. and you really don't have a set type of creature.
Make sure you check out cardtrader.com.
Yeah, anything really.
PawzBrownMTG for 5% off.
But that's the great part about it. So here, I'll leave the tokens together. All right, next card is gonna be. I love the names. 20-toed toad. 3 in a blue. You have no maximum hand size. Or your maximum hand size is 20. Whenever you attack with 2 or more creatures, put a 1/1 counter on 20-toed toad and draw a card. Whenever 20-toed toad attacks, you win the game if there are 20 or more counters on it, or you have 20 or more cards in hand. That's not too shabby. And it's got the 3/3 for 4, which has upside, which is good. I like it. I haven't gotten to play with it yet, I don't believe. And if I did, it was removed very quickly. One great little 4-legged creature here that I've always enjoyed. I wouldn't mind getting a fuller one of these, and I'm sure I could get a proxy like that. Spore Frog. 1 green is creature. It's a frog. No way. Sacrifice Spore Frog. Prevent all damage, combat damage that would be dealt this turn. It's a 1/1. And you can't go wrong with, you know, being able to protect your board. You know, it's something you want to keep adamant about, is keeping your board state set up. Because when you have it destroyed more than once, it's frustrating, but it's still fun because you're still building back if you have the chance to. Other games, I don't think I would have had a chance to build back. But we were playing with 6 to 8 level, which nowadays it'd be a 4 level deck, whatever. But yeah. All right, next card. Rishkar Prima Renegade. Renegade. 2 and a green. It's a 2/2. It's Elf Druid. Rishkar Prima Renegade. Enters. Put a 1/1 counter on each of up to 2 target creatures. Each creature you control with a counter on it has tap at 1 green. That's pretty sweet. Gotta love pumping up those creatures. Alright, next card is one that actually helped me out in the long run. This is Realm Cloak Giant. Just because it's not worth a lot of money, some of these cards are very key in decks. Yeah, honestly. So 5, 2 and 2 white, and then you got Cast Off. 3 and 2 white, Adventure. Destroy all non-giant creatures. So you do that first, and then you bring out your 7/7, and then you either pump them up with all these +1/+1 counters, or just have them go ham anyway. Starting to bat some cards around. All right, Octomancer. I believe I did not play him. He was in my hand though. 3, a green and a blue. Gift an octopus. You may promise an opponent a gift as you cast a spell. If you do, when it enters, they create a 8/8 blue octopus creature token. But at the beginning of your end step, create a token that's a copy of target creature token that entered the battlefield this turn. So you're making one along with that other person getting an 8/8 octopus. So, and you're able to pump yours up usually with different enchantments or spells. So, yeah, your octopus usually gets bigger than theirs. That's how I'm feeling. Alright, next card. This was in the deck itself. I don't remember all of them, but I will let you know if they were. Alright, Dr. Foxglove. 2, a green, white, and blue, which is Jund, I believe. I'm going to feel like an idiot. I'm an idiot. Whatever. It's some colors that are nice and fun to play with because you can get big, beefy spells. So, it's a 3/5, lifelink, Whenever Mr. Foxglove attacks, draw cards equal to the number of cards in defending player's hand minus the number of cards in your hand. If you didn't draw cards this way, you may put a creature card from your hand onto the battlefield. That's just dirty. It's awesome. I can't wait to play it. Yes, Mr. Foxglove is a great card. And most of these, if you're checking out, I did count. I think there's 13 legendary creatures in here. So I did put Mox Amber in there. I didn't have it in when I was playing, but I said, screw it. I'm going to put it in because there's just so many legendary creatures like this guy right here. Machias. The Lunarch. X and a white. I had him in my last hand, play hand too. But I didn't. I was waiting. I don't know. I was doing alright, so I didn't need him. Machias, the Luminar, enters the battlefield with X 1/1 counters on it. Tap, put a 1/1 counter on Machias, and then tap it. Remove a 1/1 counter from Machias, put a 1/1 counter on each other creature you control. Now that's pretty spicy. Why didn't I use him? Because I had a good board state and I didn't need him yet. But he would have came in helpful. He's a 0/0, but depending on how many counters you put on with him, he can get pretty nasty. Nasty. Alright, next card is Mangorer Hydra. The Hydras. This did come out and see play. 2 and a green. Hydra, trample. Trample is very key. Whenever a player casts a spell, put a 1/1 counter on Mangorer Hydra. Oh my god, I had this in some other spell. I'll show you the enchantment. Broker's Ascendancy, I believe. It gives +1/+1 or doubles it or whatever. So he was getting pretty big, and the folks at the table had to take him out. So yeah, he's a 1/1, but you know how quick that can grow. Especially going around, it says whenever a player casts a spell. So whenever you're putting a creature on the board, an instant, you name it, it's getting a +1/+1 counter on it. And then Luminar Aspirant, I think. Yeah, that should be perfect. Luminar Aspirant, 1 and a white. At the beginning of your combat, on your turn, put a 1/1 counter on target creature you control. So, more pumpage. It's a 1/1, and this is such a great card. Glad I have it in the deck. Alright, I'm gonna move Bloomburrow over here. BumbleFlower. Yeah, I'm getting them mixed up. But hey, we're having fun here. I'm having fun talking about this deck. And I hope you guys enjoy it too. So if you do, there will be a lot more videos about my decks. My deck sucks. And other cards that I enjoy playing with. I'm cutting back on the spending part because other things are more important. Paying bills is mainly one of them. So we're going to keep staying positive, keep doing this, and we're going to talk about decks and stuff. Alright. Lauren of the Third Path. 2 and a white. Legendary creature. Human Artificer. I like artifacts. She's got Vigilance. She's a 2/1. Lauren of the Third Path enters. Destroy up to 1 target artifact or enchantment. That's not a bad deal. Because somebody on the other side had a pretty beefy enchantment and I had to get rid of it. Tap. You and target opponent each draw a card, which can't go wrong with that. You're helping somebody else out. Good card. It's kind of group huggish. Lae'zel. Valkith's Champion. What a good card. 2 and a white. Legendary creature. Gith Warrior. Read this with me. If you would put 1 or more counters on a creature or planeswalker you control, or on yourself, put that many +1/+1, or put that many +1 of each of those kinds of counters on that permanent or player instead. That's pretty crazy. It's a 3/3 for 3. Hey, that's pretty kick butt. I've not played with this one yet, but I'm excited to. Pause for the cause. And we're back. There we go. Alright, welcome back. Pausing for the Cosm. Alright, next one. Coloni Hydra. Coloni Hydra Pop. So we got 3 and 2 green. Creatures the Hydra. Trample. Coloni Hydra enters the battlefield. Enters with 4 1/1 counters on it. Whenever Coloni Hydra attacks, double the number of 1/1 counters on each creature you control. Let's go. That just makes it more beefier. Oh, so sweet. That's such a great card. I'm loving this deck. I really am. Jorel. Wombly Recluse. 1 and a green. She is a legendary creature, human druid. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, create a 2/2 green cat creature token. Or you can always pump her up. I want to pump you up. 4 2 green. Until end of turn, creatures you control have base power toughness XX, where X is the number of cards in your hand. Ho, ho, ho. And if you have no maximum hand size, or at least 20, think about that. That's nuts. And she's a 1/2. So it's a good card, especially if you're pumping other things up. Oh, I had to get this in full art just because of the memes or whatever. I just think it's freaking awesome. So, X, a 1 and a white. We've got Jacked Rabbit, baby. Hoorah! Ravenous. Whenever Jacked Rabbit attacks, create a 1/1 white rabbit creature token equal to Jacked Rabbit's power. So if you're pumping him up, along with pumping him up, yeah, they can get pretty big rabbits. He's just pumping them out. Pumping them up and pumping them out. Let's go, pal. Jacked Rabbit, yo. Alright, so yeah, I love it. Just think about this stuff in real action, like live action. Didn't they say Marvel better swoop in and help MTG out with a video or a movie? Don't you think? Because that's the only way it'll ever get off the ground. Hamza, Guardian of Arishan. It is a 4 and a green and a white. Legendary creature, Elephant Warrior. Gotta love them elephants. They bring you good luck. This spell costs 1 less to cast for each creature you control with a 1/1 counter on it. And then, creature spells you cast cost 1 less to cast for each creature you control with a 1/1 counter on it. So it makes it easier to get things in there, and it's a 5/5, so he's staying around a while. Unless he actually doesn't have Swifty Foot boots or something. And then he's leaving the scene. Alright, next is our favorite. It's not lunch, it's glunch. 1, a green and a white. Legendary creature, jellyfish, flying. Beginning of your end step. Choose a player. They put 2 1/1 counters on a creature they control. Choose a second player to draw a card. Then choose a third player to create 2 treasure tokens. And isn't that always some group huggish stuff? As long as you got the right order. You know, I switched it up a little bit. Obviously, I had to give one of these each out to 2 other people, but it was worth it in the long run. Alright, next card is gonna be... It's never remembered, it's forgotten. Ancient. 3 and a green. Elemental, baby. Yeah, so you wouldn't want to use, like... I was like, hey, I want to put a 3-tree city in this. And I'm like, why would I? Because there's other cards out there that are better suited for this. Because you really don't know what you're going to have on the board. Rabbits, elementals, you name it. You don't want to sell yourself short. Like, if you ever in a vampire deck, hell's to the yeah, that's the way to do it. But not a mixed up, group huggy, +1/+1 counter deck. Whenever a player casts a spell, you may put a 1/1 counter on Forgotten Ancient. Sounds like we've heard that before. Beginning of your upkeep, you may move any number of 1/1 counters from Forgotten Ancient onto other creatures. This is a Share the Wealth type card. It's a 0/3, so if you pump it up once, he's going to stick around for a while. Now this card is one of my favorites. Falcospara. 1 green, white, and a blue. Legendary creature, demon, bird demon, flying trample. I had Swifty put boots on this puppy and she stayed around for a while, or he, whatever he is. He's great. Enters the battlefield with a shield counter on it, and then you may look at the top card of your library anytime. You may cast spells from the top of your library by removing a counter from a creature you control in addition to paying their other costs. It's a 3/3, and he's pretty awesome in this deck. I'm very glad I got him in here. Oh, don't want to show off too much. Once we get to the lands, we'll scoot right through them. We get the Faerie Elda. 1, a green and a white. I hope you're able to see that well. Right about there, okay. Creature is a tree folk. Druid, Vigilance. Faerie Elda gets 1/1 for each color among permanents you control. And then tap for each color among permanents you control. Add 1 mana of that color. It's not a bad card. I've thought about putting in another one. Unfortunate unlucky unicorn. But I'd rather keep that one in there, and I don't know. I might try it once or twice, but I'm still playing with this deck. I want to see how it rolls. Dreamtide Whale. Alright, 2 and a blue. I did play this card. It was pretty sweet. Vanishing 2, which means you can look at cards. Whenever a player casts their second spell each turn, you proliferate. So whatever you got built up on 1/1s and counters other spots, it just it helps proliferate. And it's a 7/5 for a 3-drop. You can't go wrong. You know, it's a good butt to have on the field in case of emergencies. But no, it's not a legendary creature, but it's easy to get out. Next card up is a great one. This really helped me keep the lead in, yeah, she did some work. Green and a white. Creature is a Centaur Cleric. If 1 or more counters would be put on a creature you control, that many +1/+1 counters are put onto that creature instead. When Conclave Mentor dies, you gain life equal to its power. Pump it up. Oh, let's go. Let's go. Alright, next card. Chasm Skuller. Dog. We got a Squid Horror. 2 and a blue. Whenever you draw a card, put a 1/1 counter on Chasm Skuller. Alright, whenever Chasm Skuller dies, create X 1/1 blue squid creature tokens with in Island Walk, where X is the number of 1/1 counters on Chasm Skuller. So as long as you keep him around long enough, he can get pretty beefy, and then you can spit out little creatures, and it's pretty cool. Oh, this one I had to trade for. I traded a lovely Triome, and it was so worth it. Thank you, Mr. Fornelli. Bristly Bill Spine Soa. 1 in a green, legendary creature. Plant Druid Pop. He's got landfall. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, put a 1/1 counter on target creature. And then 3 in a green, double the number of 1/1 counters on each creature you control. I didn't get to play him, but I had the ability. I could have if I had him out, or if he was in my hand. But that card is so busted, so nuts. I like it. It's so sweet. Oh, some of these cards just get me all giddy because it's so fun to play and imagine stuff. All right, next card helped me immensely. Oh, this did work. Oh, And I wouldn't have known better, but Absolute Dog was there to help me with counters and learning where they go and how they go. Because I would have been dyslexic and I would have put them in the wrong spots. And we play fair, you know. And I don't want to cheat. I just want to win the fairest as available possible. Alright, a green and a white, which is Botanical Brawler. Trample. Botanical Brawler enters battlefield with 2 1/1 counters on it. So it's a 2/2. Whenever one or more counters are put onto another permanent you control, if it's the first time a 1/1 counter have been put on the permanent this turn, put a 1/1 counter on Botanical Brawler. So whenever you're pumping up something else, this guy's getting a pump up too. Pump up the volume. Pump up, pump up, pump up. You! Let's go. Alright, here's a good one. Bloodroot Apothecary. 2 and a green. Creature is a squirrel druid. It's got toxic 2, so you can get people sick with poison. Whenever this creature enters, you and target opponent each create a treasure token. There we go. Whenever an opponent sacrifices a non-creature token, that player gets 2 poison counters. Woohoo, baby. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. That's very nice. And it's based around wildlife, you know? That's what I like about this. Wildlife can grow and fizzle up and pass away, just like we all do, you know? And you guys make it bearable to live by watching my videos. You guys make me positive by being here. And I appreciate y'all. So keep staying positive and keep coming back. So we got Baird. What a great card. I've liked him since Dominaria. So Baird, Steward of Argive. 2 and a white. 2 and 2 white. Legendary creature, human soldier, vigilance. Creatures can't attack you or planeswalkers you control unless their controller pays 1 for each of those creatures. So it's a tax. Taxing you to attack me. Oh, I've had fun with this deck so far. Alright, next card I did add into this deck is Felidar Retreat. Why? Because it's got landfall and it's a 4-drop. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, choose 1. Create a 2/2 white cat beast creature token, or put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control. Those creatures gain vigilance until end of turn, which I like the artwork, the borderless. It works. And it's an enchantment, our first enchantment. Here we go with a bunch of nice enchantments. Alright, next up is Fisher's Talent. 2, a green and a blue. At the beginning of your upkeep, look at the top card of your library. You may reveal it. If it's a land card, create a 1/1 blue fish creature token with, if it's revealed this way, draw a card. Alright, and then you can bump it up and upgrade it again. And it's not a bad enchantment. Especially for a 4-drop, you know. These 4-drops in here. I had a couple that came out, like this one. I didn't get this one out, but I really wanted it to come out. Innkeeper's Talent Pup. This has been going up in the news lately. Thanks to Matt Caster Mage. 1 and a green. We all know what it does. At the beginning of your combat on your turn, put a 1/1 counter on target creature. And then you pump it up again. Permanents you control with counters on them have ward 1. And then if you pump it up again, if you put a 1/1 or more counters on a permanent or player, put twice that many. So it's like a small doubling season. It works though. It's nice. Pawz the Casa. And we're back. Alright. I'm gonna pick up a couple, like right about here. And yeah, right about there. I'm gonna go through them a little bit quicker. Alright, 35 minutes in. We got Wizard's Class. Tap it. Or blue, you have no maximum hand size. This kept me in the game. Really did. And then you can upgrade it again. And then whenever you draw a card, put a 1/1 counter on target creature you control. Just keep pumping. I'll pump you up. And yes, we've got the Smothering Tease. We all know what that does. Simic Ascendancy. This was a big game winner for me. It would have been anyway if I didn't win out of, I don't know, hitting power, I guess. Blue and a green. You tap 3. Put a 1 counter on target creature you control. Whenever one more counters are put on a creature you control, put that many growth counters on Simic Ascendancy. At the beginning of your upkeep, if Simic Ascendancy has 20 or more counters, you win the game. On the trail, this did some work for me. 1 in the green, whenever you draw your second card each turn, you may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield, tapped. Did I play this? I don't even remember. I don't think I did, but it would be worth it. Caretaker's Talent, let's go! Alright. 2 and a white, whenever one or more tokens you control enter the draw a card. This ability triggers only once each turn, and then you bump it up. When this class becomes level 2, create a token that's a copy of target token you control. And then you can creature tokens you control get +2/+2. Let's go. There we go. Broker's Ascendancy. Yeah, there we go. Enchantment, 3-drop. Beginning of your end step, put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control, and a loyalty counter on each planeswalker you control. So if you got planeswalkers out there, we got Branching Evolution, 1/1 counters, double them up. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, all right. Now into the meat and potatoes. You know why? Because that's where it's at. You need all this stuff to play the game. So, let's go with you guys first. We'll go right up until... Wow. There's a lot. Alright. We go up until you... Those are the lovely lands. I might throw some of them off, but I want to get through this. Thank y'all for sticking around. We got Mox Amber. Legendary artifact, 0-drop. Add 1 mana of any color among legendary creatures and planeswalkers you control. Just keeps getting bigger and bigger, and you can cast whatever the hell you want. We've got Swifty Foot Boots. Can't go wrong with 50-foot boots. They definitely help me out in the long run. Get it? Long run. Arcane Signet. Can't go wrong with that. I did add this because it's a flavor win. You have no maximum hand size, and it's still a 3-drop. And you have add 1 mana color of any color. And then we got the lovely, beautiful Soul Ring baby. I hope that's giving it good looks. Good look-see. Alright. Next we've got some artifacts. A green artifact, which definitely did work for me that game. The Great Henge. 7 and 2 green. Obviously you'll know what that does, and it definitely bumped a bunch of creatures up, and it gave me a little bit of life. And I was like, you know, I need some instants and sorceries that can pack punches too, so I put in Teferi's Protection. Teferi's PP for short. And then we got Generous Gift. I believe I used that on the game. I did have a different artwork for that one, but I switched it up with this because I like the borderless. It's a lot better, I think. And then Fangs of Colonia. 1 and a green. Put a 1/1 counter on target creature you control. Then double the number of 1/1 counters on each creature that had a 1/1 counter put on it this way. And then you can overload it. Let's go. Good card. And then we got Fire Seek. Attempt with Discovery. These are all helping you search for land to be able to pump these puppies up. Beleged Recovery, and then it's got the land on the back. Cultivate, can't go wrong. This did some work for me, it helped me out. Pondrex Command, I do like the borderless, it looks nice. And then we got Riot Control, this is a new one from this set. It's an instant, 2 and a white. You gain 1 life for each creature your opponents control. Prevent all damage that would be dealt this turn, which sounds like another Teferi's Pee-Pee, right? But it's Riot Control. Growth Spiral, can't go wrong with that. Search for lands. And then we got Unbreakable Formation. An Offer You Can't Refuse, obviously. Perplexing Test. I did go through a lot of other cards that I was interested in, but this one, I'm going to try it out. It's a 5-drop, 3 and 2 blue. Turn all creature tokens to their owner's hand, or return all non-creatures to their hand, and if you do it at the right time, you will be doing some good work. Illusionist Gambit, I did not get to play with it, but it's an instant. Cast a spell only during the declares block step on an opponent's turn. And then read that if you want. Vastwood Fortification. It's a good one pump spell, which that's what I used it for. You can use it for land as well. And then we got Sink into Stupor. Gotta love it. And then we've got Dawn's Truce. A very nice card. That's been seeing some uptick in price lately. I did pick it up for $6, I think. But it don't matter. I'm still playing with these cards. Oh, look at this. This was from Big Box Dave not too long ago. Thank you, Big Box Dave. I put that in especially because I like the black and white art. Swords to Plowshares, a 1-drop, and y'all know what it does. It just tears it up. And then we got Peerless Recycling. If you want to read that, go ahead and hit pause. Don't hit pause. Be nice. Respect them paws. Alright. Then we got Long Rivers Pull, which that helped me out in a good time frame as well. Alright, now I'll run through the lands real quick. We are at 42 minutes. Alright. 1, 2. Why am I doing these lands? Because I think they look nice. There's that one. I like that. These are all the nice lands that I enjoy using. Proliferate Land, Flooded Grove, Flooded Strand, Plaza Heroes, Sunpill Grove, Reflecting Pool, Inland Harbor, The Pathways, thank you, Captain Waffles, and then Lush Pratico, Pathway, Seacrum Coast, Temple of Enlightenment, Ruin, Sea Cloud, there's that, that's that, Bangarang, Canopy Vista, baby, and then Deserted Beach, Bosejo, Mystic Sanctuary, can't leave home without it, Temple of Plenty, Juvenile Spring, Temple, Spara, Misty, and some other lovely things. That was my deck. What'd you think? Is that a nice deck? Alright. Alright, we'll check you on the live stream after this. Much love. Peace! I'm out. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And have you put this deck together yet? Questions. I want answers. Peace! Thanks for the new subs. Keep hitting subscribe. Giveaway. That giveaway is coming up. Once I give that one out, then I'll get another card in the bay for the next, say, 20 subscribers. So, if you're new, hit the subscribe button. You'll be entered in the next giveaway. And all those guys have gotten their cards so far. So, let's go. Peace! I'm out.